Hello there, welcome back to Trainers Domesticators, and we are live. Sorry about being a little late, it happens sometimes. Let's dive right in to Pokemon Scarlet. So yeah, I believe last time we left right in front of Don Atticus's place. So, oh, I guess we left it at the Pokemon Center. My memory is great. Great. Hey there, Maddie, nice to see you. Okay, let's see here. How's our team? This is our team. Steel type, ground type, water type. Sure, let's do this. Oh, I like the feeling of jumping like that. Okay. Let's do this. Ready to challenge him? Yes, we are so ready. Totally not, actually, but has to be good enough. Seems the folks behind Operation Star Fool are finally making a move against our base. You know what that means, gang? Time for us to shine bright and avenge our teammates. And hey, little intruder, just so you know, if you got the skills to defeat 30 of our Pokemon in 10 minutes, our boss might deem you worthy to meet in person. Ha! Break a leg! Read 30 of Team Star's Pokemon. Here we go. Okay, those are not a great matchup. Oh yeah, do those. Now it's a good matchup. Bam! This should be fine. This is honestly a very interesting base to conquer because there's so much variety in the dual types. Okay, just be fine. Oh no. Oh no. Did you go down? No, 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 no. Oh, darn it. Okay. I guess they get healed if they go down here. That's weird, but I'm not sure how to account for that. More to go. My starter is down, so that's not great. What was that? It's just me. Is there nothing left? This is weird. I never tried a base that felt this empty. Okay. Okay, she's way above our level. We gotta get the boss. Yeah, go get the boss. What's Team Star's Poison Crew? Atticus. Pray forgive my sudden entry. This is I, Atticus. You're that scoundrel Vox, I take it. You have some nerve baring your fangs at Team Star. Come then, villainous wretch. A plunge into grim poison shall be your well-deserved fate. On guard! So, it's probably about time I asked this question, but are we the baddies? Just by Atticus of Team Star. Good scum tank. Naught but punishment awaits thee, wretch. A plague on your house. Okay, so the Cobra went down before, so we're not allowed to use you. Which leaves us with Harmonia and Earthworm. This is not exactly optimal. But we'll make do. Sucker Punch. Certain moves can poison with a mere gaze. Tremble, scoundrel, for thy Pokemon's sake. Okay, that's not a lot of damage. Yeah, exactly. They don't seem like they're that bad guys. Okay. Forced to use X item here. It's fine. Gonna use Super Potion as well, since he's just spamming Sucker Punch anyways. Team Star seems misunderstood and under mismanaged compared to what was previously described as the starting point. Yeah. Okay. They do not seem like they're all that bad, in all honesty. Okay. That brings Guntank down. Here comes River Room. Nice, we got some health back. This is also a quad super effective, so should deal some heavy damage. Atticus. Sure, come in with your muck. I'm gonna muck it. Oh, that's sad. This mug doesn't have anything that can hit Earthworm because of our poison immunity. That's nice, honestly. Earthworm was a good choice for this. Although the X item helps a lot too. It's kind of funny, Atticus' 2 river rooms. You think to give me the taste of my own poison? Fee! I will fight you to the very end. So 4 times effective, and of course, flame charge. Ow. Yeah, now I'm glad about that. Hex defense. And now there are 2 layers of toxic spikes. Of course. Of course. We are doing this? I'm so glad it hasn't used Screech. I'm so used to these things using, like, spamming Screech. Oof. There we go. Victory is ours. Forgive me, my friends. That animation is wild, to be honest. About a year and a half ago. Forgive me, it took goodly time to procure the required materials. Wow, sick, these boots are insane. Ah yes, the move Flame Charge was my muse for those particular pieces. This outfit is everything I imagined it would be. Thank you so much. I merely wish to create a costume worthy of the great infernal Eerie, if it aligns with your vision. Then I am content. Seems our outfit upgrades are all wrapped up then. Thanks a ton, Atticus. With you two looking like absolute beasts, anyone who crosses us will be sweating bullets. You're so good at these sorts of crafty things, Atticus. Those people bullying you cause you geek out over old-fashioned stuff out of their minds. The way of the ninja is rough and fraught with thorns. I neither expected nor desire sympathy from the unrefined rabble. Ooh, someone's getting fired up. Watch out, world, our Atticus has fighting words. Yeah, don't listen to those haters, Atticus. I think you're really cool. Alright, gang, let's move on to the next step. It's time to put our backs into our battle training so we're all prep for Operation Star. We gotta be stronger than everyone else in the team. That's what being a boss means. Indeed it does. Henceforth, I will devote myself heart and soul to owning my battle skills. For the sake of the team, I would give my very heart and soul, but I cannot defy the rules. Our code must be obeyed. I entrust, and so this badge is mine to keep. No more I entrust it to thine care. Take this contraption too. It contains a technique that allows one to cover their foes in gunk. Vox is thy name, is it not? You have utterly bested me, but thy victory stir no bitterness within me. Such was its brilliance. Don Atticus, my compadre. It seems this little fella has been dying to speak with you face to face. Don Atticus, please, hear what I have to say. I only need a moment. Whatever brought you all the way here? I came to help you. If you don't start going to class again, you'll be expelled from the academy, right? When the other kids at school and I were getting bullied real bad, you and the rest of Team Star saved us. Thanks to that operation you carried out, we were all able to go to school again. If you got expelled for being the good guys, that'd be the worst thing ever. Forgive me. Haven't you heard anything from the big boss? Nay, we heard not a whisper since that fateful day. Without the big boss, Team Star cannot carry on. And without the team, the bright and merry student life we seek lies beyond our reach. We have no choice but to defend our bases till the big boss returns to us. You evidently trust this big boss of yours a great deal. Who exactly are they? In truth, not one of us has met them in the flesh. By their own word, they are recluse, as with the rest of us. Would seem bullying was to blame? That's awful. Though their name and face be unknown to us, they are nonetheless our precious comrade. Our only choice is to maintain our vigils from the bases, awaiting the day of their return. So that's why you don't go to school. But still, don't ever think that Team Star is all you have done, Atticus. You got a lifelong compadre in me, and don't you forget it. My compadre. I owe you a great debt. It seems we're one step closer to the truth behind Team Star's truancy, and the bullying at this academy, but more importantly, I can't believe I had no idea about these issues the students are struggling with. They have friendship they hold dear and reasons for acting as they do. I just couldn't see it. A boomer not realizing what goes on in the minds of the youth these days? Man, color me absolutely surprised. It's shameful how oblivious I've been. I believed Team Star to be my one and only treasure in life. Methinks I may have been mistaken. Vox, it's me. Atticus' star badge is now yours, then. I see. Now that its boss has been taken, the Navi Squad days are numbered. Now Atticus too. Sorry, I got a lot on my mind right now. So Operation Starfall, you've taken down all but 2 bases. So it's fair to say it's going well. This seems like a good time to let you know what we're ultimately aiming to achieve. Our final goal is to defeat the mastermind that first recruited the 5 squad bosses and created Team Star, the one they call the Big Boss. Who is this Big Boss? Who knows? They control the 5 squad bosses from the shadows. That's all anyone can say. If we defeat this person and get them to declare the team disbanded, that'll be it for Team Star. Since the Big Boss never set up their own base and keeps their identity hidden, I take it they are not one for the spotlight. But once all the squad bosses are out of action, the Big Boss will finally have to take the stage. Now, about your reward, I'll transfer some LP over to your phone as promised. Have your Pokemon learned strong moves so that they can continue to be of use to the operation? My supply unit rep should be with you soon. Hey there, Vox. That it sounded like a pretty serious phone call. Ah! I wasn't talking to you. Ah! So that mastermind you were talking about, Cassiopeia mentioned them to me too. Team Star's found out the person who's caused all kinds of misery at the academy. If we don't take them down, I'll lose what I treasure most in the world. You'll lose your treasure? No, I just... that's right, you need your reward. Here, take it before I forget. Alright, well, I'll be off then. Vox, don't lose to those bad guys. Okay, so Random rain mid cutscene. Thank you for your service. And what next? Alright. I learned about the other uniforms. So let's have a look at them. So this is the spring version. Yeah, that is so not me. The autumn version. And the winter version. Somewhat torn between these two versions, but I think I prefer this one just because I can see my stockings. Now the question is, where do we go next? I don't think either of those are great options right now. I have some expectations in terms of that level. So I think going back here, that thing is very strong. Going back here and dealing with these guys seems like a good idea. Which does mean thank you for your service. You all did fantastically. Now, I think it's time to fly. Now, where should we be going from here? Northeast. I'll go this way. Our next opponent is a water type gym leader. Ergo, we should be looking for grass and electric types. But not quite yet now that I think about it. Hey guys. Let's move up in the world. Or something. Molten Velusa. I'm late, I'm late. Oh, Kofu, wait. Oh, he got away. How am I supposed to return this to him? Oh, hey, you're here as a gym challenger, right? Yeah? I knew it, of course you are. That big man just left as Kofu, leader of the Karafa gym. He has a bit of a childlike side to him, and today he's run off to the market without his wallet. He'll be in big trouble without it. That's where you come in, kind gym challenger. Could you please take Kofu's wallet to him? Oh, you're too kind. I'd give you a gym patch right now if I could. Here's his wallet. I'm counting on you. This can be your gym test here. If you do this for me, you'll pass. Kofu's headed to Port Marinara. It's on the other side of the desert to the west. Be careful though, there are many dangerous Pokemon in the desert. So, this woman just trusted me with the wallet of not her own, someone else's. A stranger she just met like 5 seconds ago. Yeah, if I was Kofu, I might fire her. Just saying. Since we can't change our uniform, I do wish we at least would have the ability to change the tie. Gonna upgrade my phone case, and I pressed the wrong button, so now I had to go into a different menu to equip it, but that's fine. I love that the game was like, I need to change your I need to update your outfit just for that. Okay. We are now crossing the desert without fighting anything. Cacnea spawns out here, that's good to know. We might grab that before a fight with Kofu. There's also a ghost type out here I am tempted to grab for our battle with Kofu. Stunjourner. Cool. Not exactly helpful right now, but cool. I saw something red, but I guess it's gone now. But there it is. Oh, it's just... That makes sense. I only did that for the LP. So this is apparently where you get Giraffric. Come on. Don't yawn at me. I'm not allowed to fight you. Vaulting Melusa, where in the world? Your little flowers are getting battered by the sea breeze, something fierce, but you don't care. What strong, pretty little flowers? Where in the world can I go to find more like you? Oh shoot, I need to go down to the market. This guy is fast. I rode here on Koraidon. It's entirely missable. But I think it's a nice one. I don't know how many cutscenes there are that are missable, but there's at least that one. Vaulting Melusa, where in the world? Where in the world is my wallet? Without my wallet, I won't be able to get today's hot item. It'll get bought up by someone else. Oh no. Don't worry, old man Kofu. I'll run and look for it right now. What do you want? Old man Kofu's in the middle of something super duper important ingredient buying. If you're thinking about trying to interrupt him, then I, his best apprentice, will have to stop you. So do you have something super important to say to us, busy folk, or what? This is important. Super important, eh? We'll see about that. Maybe a battle will shut your mouth. This guy definitely has his priorities straight. Wouldn't it be faster to just hear me out? Guess not. Time for some air slash. Ow. As long as it doesn't crit, we're fine. I don't like that it's faster than us. That's generally the issue right now. Launcher comes next. Heal again. Gonna spam ass slash again. Should be fine. Uh-oh, that's bad. Nice! Okay, we just won. Oh, we definitely just won. Crit and flinch. I'll take it. Shucks. I let old man Kofu down. Dang it, that backfired, and now my wallet's empty too. Here, step right up and tell me what's all this ruckus about over here. Old man Kofu, it seems this kid got something to say to ya. What's that now? A customer here for little old walletless, moneyless me? What can I do for ya? I have your wallet. What did we lose my wallet? Say what now? My lobby staff sent you out here to bring it to me? Oh, that's a huge help. Thanks for coming all this way. I guess you should apologize for my little apprentice too. Hope he didn't bother you too much. There's something here at the Port of Marinada auction that we really want to get our hands on. So as you can imagine, we're both a bit worked up to find I'd forgotten my wallet. Ladies and gents, you won't want to miss this. Here comes today's last item. Feast your eyes on the main event. I have here a legendary Wakame seaweed of the Hoenn region. Do I have any takers? Vox Syreni. I don't even have to touch it. I can see it's got the springy texture of seaweed chock full of nutrients. And just look at it. Look how it catches the light and shines brilliantly. Oh, and that rich fresh aroma of something plucked straight out of the ocean. I need to get me some of that. Now listen kid, if you want to challenge me at the Cascarafa gym, you're gonna need some smarts. Now this is the perfect place to test ya. Get the winning bid on that seaweed for this old man. I'll give him my best shot. You already know the ins and outs of an auction at such a young age. You're something else, kid. Here you are, fighting for funds for the auction. Be smart with it and win this old man's that seaweed. Oh, it's legendary Wakame seaweed. We'll start the bidding at 10,000 Poké dollars. And we have 25. We're at 25. Do I hear more? We're at 25. We're at 25. Do I hear more? I hear a bid for 30. Do I hear more? We're currently at 30. And we have 40. We're at 40. Do we hear more? I hear a bid for 50. Do I hear more? We're currently at 50. Sold for the 50,000 Poké dollars to the little lady over there. Yes. That was amazing. You put those grown-up bidders to shame with your bidding skills. Thank you for winning the seaweed for this old man. I'll be taking it now if you don't mind. This seaweed is a great catch. I'd be feeling low as the seabed if it failed to get my hands on it. If there's any of that money I gave you left, feel free to keep it as a tip. You can even use it to try your hands at the auction again if you like. Alrighty, I head back to the Cascara gym now. Old man Kofu's gonna prepare a real good battle for ya. See you there. Yeah, you can get it at 45. I got it on 45 on my personal playthrough. I don't know why I went for 50 this time. Berries, great balls, lemonade. Fun fact, this is where you can get the Rotom catalog. Although it doesn't seem like it's available right now. Okay. I'm thinking... What, and I probably need... the grass types that can be gotten in that area to deal with the Titan in question. My pleasure. I think it was a fine tip, I guess. Anyways, let's see. Let's get back. The West Province is also technically adjacent. I forgot I could jump high. I should have just jumped up instead. Oh well. So if I can get to that provenance from here, maybe I can catch something interesting. At least that's what I think I'm gonna do. So we're going all the way this way. This place has a lot of interesting Pokemon for what it's worth, but let's keep moving. And the Pokemon. Oh, Larvitar. Good to know you can get Larvitar here. Okay, this is the area. Question is if we can find anything that's interesting. Oh yeah, that's a point. Tips are something else in English. Wow. I kind of forgot about that. Okay, stay in the ball. Yes. Okay. Got a grass type. It's definitely gonna help. Lives in tropical jungles. The bunch of fruit around its neck is delicious. The fruit grows twice a year. Okay, so, according to the map, this area is adjacent to both places. To both gyms, which means I can use this Tropius for both fights if I want to. Which I may. Well, that's a disappointment. My pleasure. That's Shroomish. Shroomish could be worth it. Let's grab it. Oh. That's probably fine enough for an Ultra Ball. Besides, this could drag out with the Mega Drain. Yes. Prefers damp place by day. It remains still in forest shade. It releases toxic powder from its head. I love areas that are adjacent to more than one gym. Tend to have potential. It gives us 2 grass types. And a water type. Can get an electric type. That would be awesome. Like this Pachirisu right here. Assuming it's not another detail. Pachirisu's stat is not exactly fantastic. But I'm sure it will help get the job done. Oh wow, that did nothing. Yes, Nozzle. That's good. That's really good, actually. It's one of the kinds of Pokemon with electric cheek pouches. It shoots charges from its tail. I don't remember. Have I had a Mankey on my team yet? I remember catching the shiny one. I can't remember. So it's probably just best to pretend I have. I was like in check was like I can see if I caught it before, but that's not exactly useful when I went out of my way to get the shiny one. Low kick, nice. How do I get from here to there? I could just take a taxi, but it just doesn't feel right. Feels like there should be a way to get up there. There is. I just need to go this way. Also, I believe it is in this city that you can change your Terra type on Pokemon. Although that's expensive. It's better to just get the Terra type you want up front. I would imagine, at least for now. Now we're up here. We're already used dealing. Item. So. You guys think this team can handle it? Ooh, Vigoroth might actually be a good potential candidate for where are we now? We're here. We're free. Doesn't seem like there's an easy way from here to there. So. Let me zoom out for a bit. Okay, that was a bit too far. This is area 1. This is area 3. Part of area 3 goes. As long as this here is still area 1, area 3, that should still mean that this part here is area 3, which means it's adjacent to the city. I guess I have to fly. Since I can't get over that mountain. Well, I tried to go. It just felt right to go instead of taking a taxi. But yeah. Here we are. And here's the team. And the team is not healed. That could be a problem. Should probably check that their movesets are all decent. Your mixed attacker. Leaf Storm could potentially save our asses. Definitely better than Whirlwind. Some Radical Leaf. This is 55 physical and Magical Leaf is 60 special, so Magical Leaf is definitely better. Having a stab flying type move might be a good idea. Stump's not bad, but maybe Maybe it's better to have growth. Okay, that's an interesting feature I just noticed. Maddie, you might like that. If I can find it. Yeah, ask for advice. Sunus wants to forget poison powder and learn League. Okay, that's it. Oh, yeah, okay. That's not a great feature. I was hoping it was like more in depth than that. So it's like replace poison powder, but why would I replace poison powder when it's better to replace mix? It's not exactly. It's apparently not a good feature. Got it. Dunspore's probably better. Charm. Charm is good. Jaw Nozzle is fine. Electro Ball is great. And then Quick Attack. Still Swift. And yeah. Let's go challenge Kofu. I'm not that big fan of the elevators, to be honest. But it's fine. Well now, Vox. You appear to be progressing well on your gym circuit. What is this now? Is this that kid I've been hearing so much about? Hey kiddo, I heard you're like way too good at battling, yeah? Yeah. You got some spirit, big shot. This young lady would be Rika. That's me, Rika, at your service. And hey, I know I'm pretty, but no need to get intimidated or anything. She's a little partial, shall we say. But like myself, she's a member of the Elite Four. What? I wasn't trying to be funny. Anyway, say something, kiddo. You look fun, like interesting at a glance anyway. Naturally, she's one of the Academy's esteemed students. Oh? Yeah, that checks out. But the battles you'll face at these gyms are really ratchet up the farther you go. Indeed, your average trainer abandons the challenge at roughly this very point. But not you, right, kiddo? See you when you hit the gym champion assessment. You show these gyms what you got. Best of fortunes to you. I wonder if we'll see all 4 Elite Four members before we beat the game. Or before... Of course we'll do. Before we beat the 8 gyms, I mean. Vox, I heard you reunited Kofu with his wallet. I can't thank you enough. Though this is a little irregular, please consider your gym test passed. Are you ready to challenge Gym Leader Kofu, the searching chef? Yeah, I am. Well, allow me to show you to the battle court. Old man Kofu, play with us, come on! I would be honored if you would try a new item from my restaurant menu as well. Sorry everybody, I've got some business to take care of as gym leader real quick. I'm keeping someone waiting, you see. Please forgive me, I need to do this first. Okay. I really like Kofu as a character. He's like a big teddy bear of a big grandpa teddy bear. Hey, I stepped right up. I've been waiting for you. Thanks for help over in Porto Marinara. You did a mighty fine job. And now that I've got the legendary seaweed, I can make some real quality dishes with it. But don't expect me to go easy on ya in our battle here. At the auction, we battle with buying and selling. At my gym, we battle in more traditional sense. Moves and techniques ever changing as the raging sea. I'ma serve you a full course of water type Pokemon. Don't try to eat them though. I also like his humor. It's silly. I like it. Challenged by Gym Leader Kufu. Alright. That's how it starts out. Eat fish. I feel a bit indebted to ya, but don't expect me to go easy on ya just cause of that. Breaks them off. Gonna magical leaf your ass. Oh, it has pluck. See, this is something I respect about the boss battles in this game. They are not pushovers. Like in previous games, there's a lot of like suboptimal move sets and things like how do I put it? There are a lot of suboptimal move sets and things like Pokemon that don't even have 4 move slots on gym leaders and stuff like that. There was a lot of that in the era between X and Y and Sword and Shield. And I don't say that Pokemon should be the Dark Souls of monster taming. Gosh, no. Pokemon is meant for children, but I also like children are not what is called children are not as dim-witted as we want to as some people like to say they are. Like, they are smarter than you expect, essentially. And respecting their intelligence goes a long way in creating experiences for them that will last them a lifetime. Even children does not like to be talked down to, you know? And I feel like Pokemon in recent years has had a tendency to treat its audience like they're kind of dull. But not here. Here we have water type gym leaders who use flying type moves so that they have options against grass types. Am I allowed to attack ever? Are you just gonna flinch forever? Thank you. Kirby is not exactly fast, huh? Something I have noted about this game is that you don't get experience until after the battle is entirely over. Oh wait, no. You do get middle. I don't know why I was being silly. It was like, the tides ebb and flow, it's time for a raging tidal surge. I guess it's because it's... what it's called? It's so subtle that it's easily missed. I actually thought earlier today that's how it worked, but I can see now that we do get experience in between. So that hasn't changed. That's good. I prefer it like that. Prepare for rigging for a big transformation. My Pokemon's gone rock to the boat. I just love the fact that I made an assumption that the game was like immediately like, no, let me prove you wrong. I feel kind of silly for it. But hey. I can be dim-witted at times. That's alright. Okay, that owl? Can I hit first? Oh, I did. I did. Awesome. Please stay paralyzed. Please stay paralyzed. Oh, an old man Cove special coming right up. Hang on tight. I'll get swept away by the searching chef. It is not paralyzed. Oh. Well, you did your job. Time to Giga Drain this one. Oh, that thing is still standing, and it deals a lot of damage. Okay, all right. Thank you for missing. Now let's try some Giga Drain again. Time to finish it. Giga Drain. Golden Velusa, you lively one, aren't ya? A little too lively, if I do say so myself. Thank you, Kofu. GG indeed. Also, this was part of my plan. You see? Shumis evolves into a fighting type. Which means we're already ready for our next gym challenge. Kinda. It scales poisonous spores and throws powerful punches while its foe is hampered by inhaling spores. Yes, we do want to learn Mach Punch. Alas, as refreshing as the air at the morning market. I'm just like a helpless little Magikarp to you, eh? Flopping around all willy-nilly. You got me good, I tell ya. What a great catch you are. Just like a master fisher, you held on tight till the last second and reeled in victory. Now it's time to hand over a gym badge to ya. And let's get a real good photo together using a pose I've been wanting to try out for a while now. Yep, I really enjoy Kofu and his humor. Before gym badges in your possession, Pokemon of up to level 40 will be easier to catch and listen to you when you ask them to do things. Let me throw this into as an extra special bonus. I'm sure you can make good use of it. Alrighty, it's about time I headed back to my restaurant and got to prepping for the next wave. You come back to see me again now you're here. He's a good egg. Oh, Vox, hola. Caught you just as you finished up in here, huh? Nice work. That puts you 4 badges in now, right? Man, that's awesome. I can't believe you're halfway through your gym journey already. Your efforts are bearing so much fruit so quickly. It makes me want to challenge you to a battle right here, right now. But I'm gonna wait. Cause I put together my team of Pokemon specifically to take on the gym leader. Dang it. When I battle you, I wanted to do it on the best possible conditions, which means this time, I've gotta ask for a rain check. Oh, this is the worst time ever. Sorry, Vox. Forgive me, forgive me. It really does feel like she's kind of stalking us. Also, have you seen all the memes about her? It's just generally a lot of fun. Like the way the internet's taken to her personality and how she definitely is stalking us. Okay. Oh, I forgot to release Pachirisu right away. I'm doing that now. There's only one adjacent area to this gym, which means this is the only place where we can get Pokemon to use for that battle. So let's look around. You are not quite an option, to be honest. There's also the fact that I know Nemina is gonna challenge us after the fact as well. So you want some varied Pokemon? That was not what I was going for. I pressed the wrong button. Oh well, it looks like that Sudowoodo got away. That's an Electrode? Wow. They're huge. No way. You're not getting away this time. With that Sucker Punch. Ow! Oh wow, that definitely hurt. Please be enough. Oh, come on! Stay in the ball. That was what I was afraid of. Do you want the experience for catching it? That your sucker punch failed. Just stay on the ball. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna stun spore you because I just remembered I have that. Glad that's not very effective. Now, stay in the ball. Come on. I don't want to knock you out. No. Also not risking you. And Harmonia got knocked out again. Okay, Harmonia, you're not getting the experience this time, even though that really sucks, and I'm really frustrated about it. Okay, this Sudowoodo was so stubborn, I swear. Although it always pretends to be a tree, its composition appears more similar to rock than vegetation. Time I'm gonna move you up front because you have stun spore. Okay. Marble Steve is not good. An already evolved Breloom? Huh. Didn't expect to see anything like that, to be honest. More Sudowoodo. Breeden. It's a fully evolved Pokemon. It might actually have some decent stats. And we are going up against a normal type leader. Hello, Breeden. Swallow. That's not very useful right now. It's a stockpile, apparently. Skip the Mach Punch. You should be big enough that you should be able to take it. Ah! That's bad. I'm gonna swap. Okay, that scared me. That really scared me. I need that Pokemon for the upcoming gym battle, so to speak. sure likes to spam Swallow, but without stockpiling first, that's pretty much meaningless. If it spots a berry tree, it will immediately go to gather berries without a sideways glance, even if it's in the middle of a battle. Well, I like squirrels, so... let's have a look. At your... It has spit up and swallow! But... it doesn't have stockpile on it. That's kinda sad. Ooh, hammer arm? Sure, I'll take it. And wood hammer. Because Nemona is also up ahead, I should probably get one more Pokemon to the team just for good measure. And I would prefer to have a second fighting type. Which reminds me, I should probably also check. If not, you're evolved, you have access to other moves. Oh, you do. You do. Maybe I have the fighting type coverage I need. Yeah, this might be more than good enough. Hey, Vox! I saw you going into the gym and came running. Listen, I'm really sorry I couldn't battle you last time we ran into each other. Wait, don't get me wrong, I didn't chase you down just to battle you. Then again, I guess I wouldn't mind a battle or anything. If you wanted to. What do you say? Sure? Yes, battle time, you and me, Vox. Wait, hold on. I want to be sure to pick the right Pokemon for where you are at in your journey. So give me a sec to find you my team, then we can battle. In fact, while you're waiting, go ahead and take on the gym. I just realized I should probably go grind like I usually do. Before I take this challenge. There should be a few trainers in the area, right? I'm kind of the main attraction at my cafe. Good for you, lady. Get challenged by Elsa the Waitress. Okay, she's sending out a Persian. That's fine by me. Is Mach Punch gonna be enough? Apparently not. Another one bites dust. Hey, don't steal my appeal. Lady, I'm not stealing anything from you. Check the map. Medalli's famous treasure eatery gets a 1-star review from me. A 1-star review? Really? Think it's that bad? Oh, you can? Really? I was not aware of that. That's a Taurus, alright? Let's fight. Where is it at? Oof, that hurt. I need to use a potion at a rando like this. Doesn't feel good. Got it. I'll check it out at some point. Your battle skills is a 5 stars. Thank you, man. Seeing all the versions of Saucebuck walking around feels good, if you ask me. Electric type. Golduck. There we go. To the other side here. Casseroya Lake. Actually, I do want to scout a little bit. 51, okay. The leveling around this lake is wild. I think I could probably go up at the tower so I have a taxi point to this area. Right. This tower is especially overgrown, huh? Interesting non-herb law, you say? That's curious. I will show you the illusion of the century. Curious what kind of illusion? Salamander model. Drifblim. Ghost type. And a flying type. So this is a really rough matchup. It is a flying type. So I think our Zorua can take care of this. Here comes the rock slide. Yeah, I'm taunted, whatever. As long as I one-shot you anyways. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh! Hi, Zorua. So that's what she meant. I still one-shotted it, so... Nah, I'm good. That might hurt. Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, still good. You saw right through my illusions. I'm gonna do that at some point. But the thing is, if I teleport to my school now, I have to release everyone. So I have to remember it at a point where I'm planning to, what is called, move to the other side of the map anyways. My Pokemon is obviously the cutest, but my friends just don't get it. Call it the student. The dinner. That's a fine matchup if you ask me. Or maybe not, that's a fairy type, now that I think about it. Leaf Storm, here we come. I don't like that you did that. So don't like you survived that. Let's swap again. I don't mind losing as long as I got to convey to you how cute the den is. Well, she's right about one thing. It's cuter than Pikachu. Those 4 trainers? I don't think that's enough. Don't explode, don't knock us out, don't knock us out, don't knock us out. Okay, I did not kill that Voltorb. I tried to get away from it. It's self-destructed. That is not my fault. That was outside of my control. That's why this. Hello there, I'm a Pokemon League rep. Let's defeat 5 trainers. Okay, let's defeat one more. Ooh, a Premier Ball. I'm not sure, is this still the same area? It has to be. In that case, I'm gonna fight her. Make her the 5th one. Persian? I hate when they spawn like literally on top of you like that. I think it'd be absolutely annoying. If I had to pick between the hike up a mountain and the hike down's more fun. Since by hike a more. Ground type, that's perfect. Even if it's tanky. A steep fall. You sure did, lady. Also, for those of you who may not know, these trainers do replenish. Okay, that is not the West Province. Apparently. Oh, that is upper passage. That explains that. Wait. But it is adjacent to the West Province, so I have not accidentally cheated, just made sure. But yeah, for those of you who don't know, the trainers do replenish. Essentially, you can fight them again after a certain amount of time. You'll find interesting things in the in the school. Cool. Gotta be nearby. They say there's a tunnel around here that leads into the great crater of Paldea. Yeah, it's right over there. You can see it from here, sir. Ooh, a magneton. Did we just glitch down so you can see the city under the mountain? Beautiful. Looks like my search is getting cut short. I'm contemplating looking for more trainers, but at the same time, this is probably fine, right? Hey dude, what's up? Got the amulet coin. Alright, my dex rewards. I don't think there is much dex reward to get though, since I don't fulfill the dex that much. Ooh, a thunderstone. Yeah, as you can see, because I don't catch things that much. Loaded dice, misty seed, absorb bulb, damp rock, muscle band? Sure. I hate that it doesn't automatically check them when you run past them like that. Especially because it does it in the Pokédex. Like, so it's clearly something that could be done. But yeah. Also, again, I wish these were further categorized. Because having all of these things in the same area is just kinda sucks. Like, look at everything here that could be a category. Level up items or candy. What's called EV boosters or whatever you call them, vitamins. Although the feathers would probably also need to go in that category. Mints could be its own category. Evolution stones could be its own category. These here are all health items, so those feel fine together. Then there's these new Terra shots. There are 18 different of those. They could also have been their own category. And oh wow. Also, a menu that doesn't work that I haven't talked about here is this, the box system. Look at this. Okay. This is where they are. Okay, it doesn't do it as badly when there's only 2 Pokemon in here. But when you have like a big collection of Pokemon and you start going through the boxes, they load in so gosh darn slowly. And sometimes it just gets confused and shows you visuals from a box that is like nowhere near the box you use. Yeah, The icons load super slow, and they also... It's absolutely awful to work with. Same goes for any of the clothing menus. Look at that. Waiting for me to spawn in. It's... This game is a buggy, unpolished mess. Is it a really fun mess? Oh yeah. But a mess nonetheless. Welcome to the Medallion Gym. Let me register you as a challenger. Your name is Vox, yes? Great, now in order to face gym leader Larry, you'll first need to pass the gym test. Here at the Medallion Gym, that means ordering a special secret menu item. Specifically a menu item at the Treasure Eatery, a much loved restaurant here in the Medallion. Order correctly and you pass. Right now, there are 3 other challengers around town attempting this gym test. Each challenger has been given a different clue that will help them discover the secret dish. You'll be given a clue as well. Please find and battle the other challengers. The loser must tell the winner their clue. Your goal is to gather clues and use them to determine the secret dish, then order it from the waiter at the Treasure Eatery. Only the challenger who is able to order correctly will pass the test. Your clue is to find out how the regulars season their dishes. I suggest you start by hearing what a regular at the Treasure Eatery has to say. Let's get this ball rolling. Do you have a clue about the secret dish? Guess I'd better beat you and learn it. Come at me, lady. Ursaring. So that's a big and tough one. Well, I guess that's that. Wow, the way she spun around, I don't think that's how she's supposed to go to that pose. Green wants to encounter, that's perfect for this thing. I can't believe this gym test makes us steal each other's clues. That's fighting dirty. The clue I was given is to look for dark spots surrounded by stairs. I don't remember seeing any particular dark spots in the city. What's this? There's some faint writing here that says Fire Blast. You're taking the gym test, aren't you? I can tell. Get ready to spill the beans about your clue. I'm very fascinated by the fact that all these guys are students. Is it just students that take the gym challenges? So those twins there, getting all zoomed in like that while the frame rate felt awkward? That was just wonderful. Bye bye, don't spot. Oh, it's still standing. Oh, you're yawning at me? Cute. Very cute. And now you're down. Do I have to tell you my clue since I lost? Technically, yeah. Alright, I forgot about the clue. Fine, here's my clue. Listen really closely to the blue bird Pokemon. I'm still puzzling over the word it said. All that thinking kept me from focusing on the battle. Okay, talkability. Isn't he just the cutest? And this ain't nothing. No think. Medium. There we go. It's for this kid. Excuse me, you're taking the gym test, right? Tell me your clue about the secret dish. Come on, tell me. Okay. Let's take on this kid. Just by Adara the student. The gumshoes. Well. Oh, come on, everything just barely survives. And he uses Super Fang that takes half of our health no matter what we do. Gonna swap here because honestly I don't like that we're at half health right now. There's a lot of greetings in this town, I have noticed. Like I think we walked past a couple but use counter here. Yeah, I'm glad I swapped. Now for a low sweep. That's not as effective as I'd hoped. There comes counter. Ouch. Are you gonna spam that? Not use counter again. Oh, body slam. That ain't much better. Okay. Put in my own greeting. I am gonna revive my duck because I do want the experience. My green looks slightly bigger than hers. Interesting. Really? Yep, so many squirrels. Who doesn't like squirrels? Swap into my Zorua, I think, at this point. Let's end this. And victory. I wish we could just trade clues like we trade Pokemon. My clue is that to look for something that's odd, the odd one out at the ice cream stand. Cause I figured I could use some ice cream as a pick-me-up since I lost. Gee, I wonder which one is the odd one out. Is it the teriyaki ice cream? Oh, I could do with some salt caramel ice cream. That is absolutely delicious. Definitely definitely a hit with me. It's time to find that secret menu item. Are you a regular here?
Oh yes, I suppose I do come here often. You must be a gym challenger. Here's a tip for you. A nice squeeze of lemon gives any dish a refreshing kick.
Go. Ah, one of the gym test challenges. Hope you are able to figure out the special secret menu item. Now tell me, what will you be ordering? Grilled rice balls. And what size will you be having? Medium serving? How do you want that cooked? Extra crispy? Like Fire Blast? And my garnish, I want some lemon. Medium serving, grilled rice balls, Fire Blast style with fresh lemon on the side. Gotcha. Medium rice balls, extra crispy with lemon. What happened to everyone who was eating in here? I hope they're alright. Congratulations, you passed the gym test. You now have the right to challenge the gym leader. Please come to me again when you're ready to battle. Do you want to face the exceptional everyman himself, Gym Leader Larry? I like that name. It's so unassuming. In that case, please head on to the battle court. Which is very interesting with the whole everyman thing. Larry, you're up! I honestly didn't see this coming. Because he looks like such an unassuming NPC, and that works so well for a normal type gym leader. I absolutely love everything about Larry and his design.
Hello. I'm Larry. I'm assigned to work as the gym leader of Medalli Gym.
His eyes are very square. He also looks very, very tired.
A good job on making your way through the gym test. And well, maybe try the other dishes on the menu too sometime. Everything's good here. Anyway, my boss will dock my pay if I spend too much time chit-chatting. Let's get this battle over with.
Like, he seems like the kind of guy who's tired of his job. Exactly. Even his posture screams, yeah, sure, why not? He is so, like, extremely mundane, aside from, like, some of his hair streaks. It's amazing how perfectly they nailed a normal type human. Like, I was of the impression that normal type would be the default for human because we don't have magical elemental powers like the Pokemon. But no, this guy is the normal type human. I don't know what type human normally is, but this is the normal type human.
Thank you for doing business with us today. I, Larry, will be at your service.
Chance by Gym Leader Larry. Did we just see that Komala?
I just ate, so let's not go too hard.
That Komala seemed like it was going through the floor. It still is. Like the drum part of it goes directly through the floor of the It wouldn't be as distracting if it wasn't like lifting it up and down like that, so that I can see when it goes
down through the texture of the ground or the floor. Oh. Okay. Force palm? Oh, you're going to yawn at me? Seriously? I'm not swapping because I'm in set mode. Oh, that's not a that's a Dunsparce can evolve? Okay, so it did fight this battle on my personal playthrough, and it did not occur to me that it was an evolution to Dunsparce. I'm very happy Dunsparce has an evolution, by the way, but it looks so much like just a Dunsparce. If I hadn't noticed the name Dunsparce when he sent it out. Man, Dunsparce can evolve. Interesting. Oh, that's super effective. That's gonna hurt. Okay. Let's try greeting here. Tanking it. Hyper Drill. That's its stat move. Good to know. Probably gonna do that again. Time to stockpile again. You know, green is wonderful because it's such a tanky Pokemon. Maybe slow, but slow and tanky is not half bad. Okay, I think I can handle him now. Gonna heal one last time so that we are at good health when we fight his ace. Oh, that was a crit. That hit hard. Now let's body slam you. And yes, I chose to terrestrialize my greeting. Okay, there's something satisfying about a huge chunky squirrel with a crown like that. I absolutely love this. Oh. Like, I was not a big fan of how the terrestrialization thing looks, but man, specifically with Greedon, this is amazing. The Dunsparce also seems kind of tanky. It's too bad the Dunsparce is not that interesting a design. It's basically just a bigger Dunsparce. This is still better than getting cornered by my boss. He's also just so relatable.
pretty good. I might end up losing this. Come on, Larry, step it up a notch. We got hungry customers waiting. Give them something to cheer for, you hear? Show us what you got, Larry, and you too, kid. Well, you heard the good folks. I suppose I can put on a bit of a show. I think it's time to show you that real life isn't all just being true to yourself. That particular line really hurts. I heavily disagree with you, Mr. Everyman, Larry, sir. Life is about being true to yourself. Apparently what, cat? I don't remember the context for your reply. Sorry. Mr. Raptor having Intimidate is quite an issue since I'm not going to deal as much damage as I would like. Oh, it was from back when I was confused about it evolving. I just looked over the chat and I thought it was a new message. Sorry. But done sparse. We're moving first. Beautiful. The quick claw finally did something. Can we get a paralyze off? That would be wonderful. Imagine how much damage we would have done. The paralyze is so worth it. Imagine how much damage we would have done if it hadn't been for the Intimidate, though. That was a crit? Or it wasn't. Gonna heal. Facade deals a lot of damage all of a sudden. How does Facade work? Is it one of those that deals damage depending on how much damage you're taking? Because in that case we might have a problem. Can you not just not? Still deals a surprising amount of damage. Like all of a sudden, it didn't deal that much before. Not sure what happened. I don't like it. Also, the fact that this thing is faster than me, even though it's paralyzed, that's wild. Staraptor is a fast Pokemon. I know Greedent is a slow Pokemon, but still. Awesome, let's finish this. Maybe I should have used Counter instead. It just occurred to me. Counter would probably have done more. Oh wow. We won? You certainly threw me for a loop. He looks so done.
And he's done so the entire fight. I love it. You're rather strong, aren't you? Enough to bring out my poker face, even. Well, also that means I have to give you a badge, but... That battle made me a bit hungry. Care to join me for a meal? Having 5 gym badges in hand makes it easy to catch Pokemon up to level 45. Oh, and they'll actually listen to you too. This is for you though. Hopefully a child like you has no need to put on its namesake. Again, he becomes more and more relatable by the second. This is like... you might use the move, but hopefully you won't need the namesake. It makes it sound like he's speaking from experience. Like, are you putting on a facade? Is that why you're so done with everything? What's that? Move double if the user is poisoned, burned, or paralyzed. Oh, that's what happened. The dishes here, they all got flavor. Good flavor, I mean. Don't worry about the bill. I do earn a salary after all. Now I'd better get back to work if you'll excuse me. It looks like that paralyze actually worked against me. Wow. Another gym defeated. Well done. Rika informed me that there was an unusual trainer worth keeping an eye on. It seems she meant you. I guessed as much. I had the pleasure of observing your last match. I was impressed by the fantastic skill you showed. If you manage to keep your momentum and achieve a champion rank, I will be very interested in inviting you to the Pokemon League and... Hey, Vox! I've got my team all picked out! And I saw you battle the gym leader. You just keep getting better. How good to see you again, Champion Pneumonia. It has certainly been a while. Oh, wait, La Primera with Vox? Why do you call it that? Wait, did you forget to give you the full explanation? Did I forget to? Everyone calls Miss Gita La Primera because she's just that. She's the real #1, even higher than us regular champions. She's the top champion. I do indeed hold that claim, alongside my role as chairwoman of the Pokemon League, that is. I thought you were too busy to spend your time checking in on gyms. I'm not here to inspect the gym. I've come to scout some rather promising young talent. What? I look away for a second. You're famous, Vox? But hey, I found Vox first. You may be La Primera, but you can't go stealing her away from me. I suppose I'll have to get in line. That's right. Come on, Vox. Time for a battle. Quick, let's go. The battlefield's a call-in. One moment, please. Huh? What is it? I would very much like to observe this match, if that is alright. Totally fine by me. Sounds fun, right, Vox? Sure. Thank you kindly. I'm already excited to see you two face off. Let's be on our way then. You remember how it all works, right? Once you get badges from all the gyms, to throw down against the strongest Pokemon trainers around. Yes, you must face the Pokemon League. It is located to the northwest of Mesagosa. The Pokemon League is where trainers are reborn as champions, the greatest honor that they might dream of. Collecting 8 gym badges sets you up to take the champion assessment. If you can face the challenge of the final examiner and win, you'll become a champion. Just imagine how that moment would feel. Try getting into that champion mindset. Now set your sights on reaching that big important stage and let's battle. Excuse me one moment. I believe Vox may still be a little fatigued. Vox Pokemon may still be a little fatigued. Sorry, got got a little caught up in the battle hunger. Well, you should be in all great shape now thanks to the Primera. Okay, Vox, time to put on our game faces. Back on! Let's have us another fruitful battle. Recharged by Pokemon Trainer Nemona. I'm so glad we lost no one in the previous battle so that we can take on Nemona without worrying about that. I know the Premier is watching, but no need to get worked up. Just stay cool. Yeah, cool as a cucumber. That didn't do quite as well as I'd hoped. It's spamming quick attack. The crit? That's a little bit annoying. Anyways, bye bye. Oof, that was a good one. Your move really had some sink to it. Okay, Gumi is also one shot. Or it's a one shot. Got it. I was very surprised that Pawmi could evolve. Since it looks like this generation's Pika clone. They usually don't evolve, but I'm very happy it does. Sets it a bit apart and makes it feel less like just a dex filler. Especially if it has stats that actually makes it worthwhile to use, unlike every other Pika clone ever. And the paralyze works against us. Okay. Looks like we had to swap. And Pomo goes down. Here comes Skeleturge. Wow, you seen this, Primera? I'm getting backed right into a corner. Look at that beautiful bastard. I like Skeleturge. I really do. She's going to Terrestrialize, so should I. Time for some rock sliding. Time to Terrestrialize. Watch, I'm gonna make La Primera's eyes light up. It honestly kind of looks good terrestrialized like that. I guess there's just some Pokemon the hats works better for than others. Okay, it also works well for Sudowoodo, mostly because it looks hilarious. Okay, I'm pulling out all the stops. Get ready, I want to see you stand up to this. Because it doesn't look like my Sudowoodo can see anything like this. Oh, oof, that hurt. That was a lot of damage. Its special attack went up? Oh, no. Okay. And Scoop goes down. I was hoping not, but it happens. Harmonia, finish up here. But it's okay. Okay, now I'm freaking out a little bit. Okay, because this is bad. Because if she keeps gaining more special attack like that, she's gonna steamroll us. It might have been a bit, what is called, gutsy of me to think I was faster and therefore using Aqua Quarter. I should have used Aqua Jet since it has priority. But I was just worried that it wouldn't take out the rest of it. If it doesn't, then I have to... Yeah, that's what I was scared of. Now I regret not doing that in the first place. Because I don't think I have other choices than to... yeah. This is bad. If Mach Punch could hit ghost types, that would have been fine, but it can't, so yeah. The fact that my only option is Aqua Jet is horrendous. I am actually kind of scared of her starter now. Because if it gets to steamroll with that, that's bad. Whoa, a critical hit right when it counts. Luck's on your side for sure. Not really. That was a lot worse than I had anticipated it to be. We got it? We got it. People are gonna start paying more and more attention to you. I just know it. Thank you. An amazing display of talent even against one as skilled as champion Nemona. That was a splendid match. I enjoyed watching very much. Now, even La Primera thinks you're one to watch. You got so much potential. The way you're going, I better watch my back. You know, since the very first time we met, I've been weirdly sure of one thing. You're gonna become a champion, no doubt about it, Vox. The rest of these gyms, you can take him 100% no problem. I agree, in fact. You should take this. Consider it an investment in your future. If a Pokemon uses that move while terrestrialized, the move's type will change to the Terra type of the Pokemon. One day, Vox, you and me are gonna have the greatest battle of all. I know it. I'm gonna go train up even more than I already have been. She shows you such support and friendship, or perhaps she hopes you truly might rival her. No, I think it's more no mere hope. She seems to have complete faith that you will catch up to her. At any rate, allow me to return you to the gym where I found you. I don't know if they get automatically put away when you release a Pokemon, but I'm not testing it. Now the big question is what's next on the menu? And I'm kinda unsure right now. Like, that area is technically adjacent to this one, but it's just Breloom, and I don't think Breloom is gonna do well against the dragon. These Pokemon set to look at the appearance unknown. It's probably better to bring Pokemon from up here to deal with that. But also the Pokemon in here are too high level for me to catch. I remember I scouted a Slowpoke down here at level 50. So that's not really in question. It's this here, which is not adjacent. So Breloom can't come with us. Sadly. I know that this Titan is very strong though. Regardless of what I do, Breloom is not coming with us, it seems. So. There's also this here. And I think I might be starting with her. Or at least gonna be scouting her area again. I think that's the best I can do. In which case, since I do remember it, we're gonna go back and take a few more classes. Maybe read that book. Go. You said there are things to discover in here? Like... There's a book, Types and Moves. Number 1. Do you want to read it? No, because I already know a lot about that. That feels more like tutorial stuff. It's a book typed in the Indiana Academy. School song. Do you want to read it? Yes! Over Grand Mesagosa stands our dear Naranja, where we enter as seeds and leave in fruition. Our minds wide as the crater for wise educators, to fill with strength, greatness and tradition, teach us well, O oranges of Paldea. Huh. In this room? I am not seeing anything in that room aside from the one I just checked. Oh, and for ye. Okay, okay. Got it. Spoon type Pokemon Natures. Do you want to read it? Nope. Sounds like tutorial stuff. I already know that. Spoon type Academy Rules and Regulations. Do you want to read that? I'm curious. Students shall wear their academy provided uniforms at all times. Hairstyle is left to students' discretion. Students should behave properly and strive to not inconvenience others. Addendum. During their independent studies, students may travel freely through the Paldea region. However, the Great Crater of Paldea remains strictly off limits due to safety hazard. I ran past it. I'm gonna check all the books anyways. Student registry. Thick book holds full record of academy students and when they attended. It was that some of the recent pages have parts torn out, so you can't read them. Huh. Probably Team Star. If I had to make a guess. I ran past it, you say? It's the Scarlet book, the mysterious red tome. Do you want to read it? Section would you like to read? A photograph from the survey team points of ingress to the crater, which is visible in the background. Luck favored us with fine weather, making for a smooth outset, but clouds obscured the crater's distant depth, where the treasure of legend is said to lie. Now onward and downward. Within the great crater of Paldea lies the mysterious Area 0, a place home to such landscapes such as plant life and such Pokémon as we have never seen. It is inhospitable to human life, and as such, I suspect something altogether unknown to humankind sleeps in its depths. A photograph of a spot where the survey team rested on day 2 of the expedition. Note the strange symbols inscribed in the ground here. Were they left by explorers in the time of Paldean Empire? Or could they be older still? Regardless, they seem as if they must hold some meaning. Ledges from a spiral down the inner walls of Area 0, offering a path of descent. Vegetation and sources of water are here as well. Legends tell that precious stones or wondrous fruits have long slept in the Area 0 depths, protected by some manner of guardian. Sketches by the survey team members. Surprising, the Pokemon species we observed in the upper strata of Area 0 seemed a little different from those seen outside the crater. Now and then we heard unfamiliar cries from the lower strata. As we descended further into Area 0, we began to catch glimpses of mysterious Pokemon, though we wondered if these huge ferocious beasts were indeed Pokemon at all. One of our team suffered a brutal blow from a beast and was mortally wounded, forcing us to retreat for a time. A member of the survey team captured this photograph by chance. I noticed a passing resemblance to the Pokemon known as Dunfin. Yet difference such as its sheer size and the shape of its back set apart, as do its great tusks. Area 0 was home to the wondrous herbs that instantly impart vigor when eaten. We dubbed them Herba Mystica, and intended to grow some in the areas around Paldea. However, before we could harvest the herbs, were eaten by Pokemon, which in turn grew large and strong. We call these Titan Pokemon. Oh, this book is long, isn't it? Wow. Okay, we'll keep going. During our descent into Area 0, we came across a buried metal plate inscribed with strange symbol. We attempted to shave off a piece of the plate, but failed to leave even a scratch. Even determining the nature of the metal seems beyond modern science. We know not why the inscription was made, let alone how. Countless days into our descent, we reached at last the very depths of the great crater. There we found a cave with formation of gemstones shining blindingly bright as far as we could see. Perhaps the strange light itself is the guardian set to watch over treasure deep within the crater. I did not want to read that part again. An imagined Pokemon. A drawing of a fantastical Pokemon as envisioned by a sketch artist. The size and ferocity of the strange Pokemon that dwells in Area 0's lower reaches tickled the artist's imagination, prompting the sketch of what other species that inhabit these depths might look like. Someone did a Pokemon fusion drawing of Entei, Suicune, and Raikou? Hey Speedy, nice to see you. Hi! A phantom memory. It's been a while, yeah? During our explorations of the Area 0's depth, I strayed from the team and was later found unconscious. When awoken, I could only recall speaking with someone in an unfamiliar place, as if in a dream. I was found holding the page shown here, The handwriting is my own, but I have no memory of writing this. From Sun and Moon, it's been a while. The author Heath pictured with the director of the Naranja Academy. The Academy's generous funding made the Area Zero expedition possible, and the data gathered has been shared with the Academy in hopes that it will aid in the institution research work and foster future generation of scholars and scientists. About the author. Heath, author of the Scarlet book shown here with his partner Cyclisa, a natural historian as well as a writer. He was chosen for Area Zero expedition and penned this account upon returning from the great crater of Paldea. Cyclists aided the expedition as well as bearing the team's luggage and equipment. Congratulations, Speedy! Sounds like you can finally join in on Sword and Shield and Legends Arceus and Scarlet Violet. They're great games. And I also recommend Digimon Cyber Sleuth. But yeah. While separated from the research team in the crater steps, I found a strange entry. Whether it was a Pokemon or even alive at all, I know not. It bore a shell with layers of overlapping hexagons and gleamed brighter still than gemstones. Viewed as a whole, it resembled a mysterious Villian desk. And that's it. You got Pokemon Sword? Sounds like you're gonna be having a lot of fun. Good morning, Miss Vox. What class would you like to take? Oh, that's a lot of new classes. Well, here we go. You like biology, Mr. Shark? Yes. Please. Class will begin soon. Don't be tardy. Hello, hello. I hope everyone's ready to learn some new things today. I seem to remember teaching you all about the importance of eggs in our last class together. On that note, is everyone using their Pokédex? It registers Pokemon born from eggs as well as those encountered via other methods, so don't you worry about that. And just so you know, I'm the one who developed the Pokédex app. It was way before I started teaching here at the academy though. Back then I was a researcher. In fact, Director Clavel wasn't working in education at the time either. He was researching alongside me at the same facility. We got to research Pokemon together day in and day out. Those sure were fun times. I got yelled at all the time though. Wait a second, how did I get into this? Pretty sure I was talking about the Pokédex. Anyway, today I'd like to teach you about catching Pokemon. As you all know, a great way to catch a Pokemon more easily is to first lower its HP. Oh, Speedy, thank you. I highly appreciate the compliment. But there's another way to up your chances of a successful catch. Can you guess what it is? Inflict the Pokemon with a status infliction, of course. Wow, that's right, Vox. Great job. The correct technique for making Pokemon easier is to catch is to inflict them with a status condition. Sleep is an especially effective status condition. It makes Pokemon drastically easier to catch. If you have a Pokemon that can use moves that put opponents to sleep, like Sleep Powder or Hypnosis, filling up a Pokédex will be a cinch. There are other ways to improve your catch rate as well, like using Pokeballs specifically designed to be effective against certain Pokemon. Eating food that gives you catching power works too. Or sneaking out a Pokemon from behind to catch them by surprise when you start a battle. If you're having trouble, you may want to make the rounds to the gyms to get gym badges. Earning gym badges will make it easy to catch Pokemon of higher and higher levels. Please do come show me your Pokédexes once they start to fill up. Another day, another enjoyable class. Oh yeah, don't forget, our next class will be a test. Okay. Moving on to biology midterm. Wow. I didn't know we would have midterms. Oh no, exams. Well, it was nice having you. Bye, Speedy. See you again sometime. Bye. Hello everyone. Today is our midterm exam. It sure feels good to fill in all those empty spaces on the answer sheet, doesn't it? Take your time and contemplate each other's question carefully. What button would you use to let a Pokemon out of its balls so that it can walk with you? That's set R. Combine one letter and one number below to correctly say when and where X are found. A2. Which of the following is effective way to warm up X? There will be a break between 5 p.m. CET and 7 p.m. CET. But aside from that, yeah, I'll be streaming most of the day. That will be awesome, Speedy. You're always welcome here. Which of the following is an effective way to warm up X? Walking around, battling. Walking around. What will not make Pokemon easier to catch? Giving them a berry? Hey! What will make it easier to catch Pokemon of higher and higher levels? Gym badges. It says easier. That makes me wonder if you can catch Pokemon of higher levels early on and it's just gonna be very, very hard. Kind of like how I had trouble catching Pokemon of higher levels in Sword and Shield sometimes. I might want to look into that. This question won't affect your grade. How do you like the Pokédex? Is it easy to use? I'd be happy to hear your honest opinions. It's alright. Alright everyone, time's up. I hope you all enjoyed tackling those questions. That last question was just something that I'm personally curious to know. Don't tell the director about it, okay? I'll grade this right away. I hope you're all looking forward to seeing how you did. It feels great to test out the way, doesn't it? Let's take a look at your results. You must get 3 questions correct to pass the midterm exam and 4 questions correct to pass the final exams. Let's see how you did on your biology test. You answered 5 out of 5 questions correctly. That's a passing score. Congratulations! Mrs. Jack asked us to give this reward to any students who passed the exam. Keep doing your best. Oh, we can keep taking biology. Okay. You like biology when it's the shot? Yes. Class will begin soon. Don't be tardy. We might be stuck here for like an hour or something at this rate. Like, wow, we have a lot of classes right now. Hello. I hope everyone's ready to learn some new things today. You all did really great on the midterm exam. Thanks for answering my little questions at the end too. I'll be sure to keep your responses in mind. Alright, we are now heading into the last half of our classes together. It's time for our knowledge to evolve and grow just like our Pokemon. Evolution, yep. Evolution. Today we're going to learn about a fascinating phenomenon of Pokemon evolution. As your Pokemon battle and level up, they learn moves and get stronger. And for some Pokemon, once they leveled up enough, their appearance changes and their stats increase sometimes by a lot. Yeah, apparently it is. That's Pokemon evolution. Pokemon become very strong when they evolve, making them trusty partners in battle. But some people prefer to keep their Pokemon in their adorable pre-evolved states. To do this, you just need to remember a certain button when your Pokemon begins to evolve. Say it with me if you already know. To cancel evolution, you press the C button, obviously. I know there's not a C button on this controller, but if you attach a Wii nunchuck, you'll have a C controller. So you will have a C button. So you just have to go find a Wii nunchuck in this day and age, and then to make it fit, you just have to keep slamming it into the controller until it probably sits inside it. At which point both the controller and the nunchuck are probably broken. But hey, it's inside it. I'm sorry. I don't know. That joke went on for far too long and it is absolutely horrible. That's right, everyone. B for best answer. The button you want when you need to stop Pokemon from evolving is the B button. If you press this button soon after a Pokemon begins to evolve, you can stop it from changing. You can also let Pokemon hold an item known as an Everstone to keep it from evolving. And keep in mind that the requirements for evolution differ from Pokemon to Pokemon. Some may evolve by having certain items such as a Firestone or a Thunderstone used on them. Others may have to learn a specific move or defeat a specific Pokemon in battle to evolve. Defeat a specific Pokemon to evolve? The way Primeape evolves into Annihilate? Primeape can evolve now? Ooh. It's especially strange. You see, there's a certain move that... I wanted to know that! Oops, sorry, looks like we're out of time. Guess we'll have to end the class here today. Thank you all for your attention. Gosh darn it, I wanted to know that. Good evening, Miss Vox. Biology 5. That's a lot of biology classes. Oh, wow. Yeah, we're stuck here for a while. Class will begin soon, don't be tardy. And we'll be doing exploration after this? Man. Hello, hello. I hope everyone's ready to learn some new things today. But before we get going, do you all remember the final question from our midterm exam? Well, the way Cloud found out about it somehow and I got yelled at. Oops. Apparently he could tell I was hiding something just by looking at me. He must have noticed that all the color flushed right out of my face. Speaking of color today, I'd like to teach you all about colors as they pertain to Pokemon. Some Pokemon have slightly different colorations or patterning on their bodies based on their gender or individual differences. In very rare cases, Pokemon may have wildly different colorations compared to others of the same species. We call these specimens shiny Pokemon. It is quite rare to cross paths with one. I do love that the Pokemon Company and Game Freak has embraced the term shiny Pokemon. Because that wasn't an official term for a long time, but now it is, and I'm happy about it. Does anyone here know what the likelihood of finding a shiny Pokemon is? Wow, that's right, you may have the makings of a Pokemon Professor Vox. Shiny Pokemon appear at a rate of 1 in 4,000, isn't that amazing? Wait, is it a flat 1 in 4,000 rate now? Interesting. Well, that's 1 in 4,000, that's 900 less than usual. I'll take it. I mean, if they gave it a different term, that has happened before with franchises. That there is something that has an official term and then they... Actually, yeah. I remember now the example that is in my mind. It's, you know the snap from Marvel Cinematic Universe? Where Thanos snapped half of everyone out of existence? I don't know if you can hear the snap, by the way, on the microphone. Marvel Cinematic Universe is up there in popularity with Pokemon. But here's the thing. Marvel decided that officially they would refer to the event as the blip, when everyone was blipped out of existence. And yeah, the fans basically didn't comment on it, ignored it, and we still call it the snap. I think that's what would happen if Pokemon did it. I don't think there would be any outrage. I think it would just be like, it's cool you call it that, Pokemon, but we're still gonna call it shiny. That's basically what I would expect. Yes, the blip. Wow. The probability of encountering one in the wild is the same as hatching one from an egg too. Eggs from a pair of Pokemon raised around different languages are a special case. There is a higher than average chance that a shiny Pokemon will hatch from these eggs, but we haven't been able to figure out why that is just yet. I've also heard rumors of a charm that increases your likelihood of finding shiny Pokemon when you have it in your bag. Can you believe that? This claim can't be scientifically verified, but it sure would be fun if it were true. Oops, there's the bell. That's all for today. Thank you for your attention. Okay, we're gonna get biology 6. Okay, so that's like a lot of classes. Okay, here comes math. Hello everyone, let's have a fun class today. Tell me, do you enjoy fortune telling, horoscopes and the like? I think it feels great to read your horoscope and see that it says good luck is coming your way. So today I'd like to teach you all math while focusing on the topic of luck. Perhaps you have seen the following phrase crop up during Pokemon battles before. A critical hit. When a Pokemon attacks that is a critical hit, the damage it deals is increased by half. In other words, it does 1.5 times as much damage as it normally would. It is truly luck that determines whether your Pokemon lands a critical hit, or has one landed on it. This can cause great upset in battle. Does anyone know what % chance a Pokemon has of landing a critical hit? I don't remember. Oh my, that might be a bit too critical of a situation, Vox. The chance of landing critical is said to be 1 in 24, which figures to roughly 4.17%. The odds are more favorable to certain moves though, while moves such as Stone Edge and Shadow Claw have about a 12% chance. You can also use a move called Focus Energy or an item such known as Dire Hit. Both raise the critical hit ratio by 2 stages, that's a 50% chance to land a critical hit. It feels great to land a critical hit, but perhaps not so great to be struck by one. There's a surprising amount of mathematical probability hidden in Pokemon battles, you know? If you're able to do the calculation, that'll swing luck in your favor. It may open the door for more strategic choices for you during battle. Oh my, is that the bell? I suppose that's all for now. What a shame. Next class will be our fun midterm exam. I hope you'll all be looking forward to it. Math midterm. Yes. Class will begin soon, don't be tardy. Yep, math exam, woo, let's do this. And then for the first question just to be like, okay, how do you calculate the formula for rocket fuel? Alright everyone, it is time to begin our midterm exam. I'm sure the fun experiences you all had in your class will serve you well as you answer. How much damage does Water Gun do when it hits a Fire-type Pokemon? Half damage? How much damage does Razor Leaf do when it hits a Fire-type Pokemon? Half damage? If you spend 2,000 on as many 200 Pokédollar Pokeballs as possible, how many would you get? 11? That's what she said in class! What percentage of Pokemon usually land critical hit? 4%? How much damage does a move deal when it lands a critical hit? 1.5 times as much. Alright everyone, time's up. Put your hands on your laps now. You were all concentrating so hard, I can't wait to see how you did. Do go and ask for your scores at the front desk and then take a nice break. Okay, let's see what our scores are this time. Uh, 4 out of 5 correctly. Which one did I get wrong? I don't know, man. Good evening, Miss Fox. What class are we gonna take? More math. More math. Yes. I bet there was the Pokeball thing. It's mathematically 10. But since she trolled us in class. Hello everyone, well done on the midterm exam. Some of you earned perfect scores and others seem to have a bit of trouble, but I can't tell that you all tried your best. I'm quite pleased to say that every last one of you passed. I can only assume that this means you'll have all come to love numbers. Stay sharp and try your best for the rest of my classes too. Speaking of staying sharp, do you know how that word applies to Pokemon battles? That's right, it has to do with that boosts. A Pokemon's stats can rise and fall throughout the course of battle, correct? For example, if a Pokemon uses the move Work Up, its attack and special attack will rise by 1 stage each. And as you may know, each time a Pokemon's attack or special attack rises 1 stage, moves affected by that stat will deal 50% more damage. It's the same Pokemon from our previous example where to use Work Up again, both its attack and its special attack would have risen 2 stages total. This would result in a 100% increase to damage dealt, making it moves twice as strong. Sword Stance, on the other hand, boosts attack by 2 stages at once, allowing the Pokemon to deal double damage after just a single use. Using Sword Stance twice would boost this Pokemon's attack stat by 4 stages. How much more damage then would this Pokemon deal? Wow, that's great, you answered this difficult question with ease, Vox. Each state the Pokemon's attack or special attack stat is raised increases its damage by 50%. So being raised 4 stages would result in 4 times 50% or 200% increase. The base damage of the move is 100%, so adding 200% that gives us 300%. In other words, the next move the Pokemon uses will deal triple damage. The type matches critical hit damage and other factors all play into these calculations as well. So even a small boost must be taken seriously. By the way, if a stat simply rose, that means it has gone up by 1 stage. If it rose sharply, that's 2 stages, and if it rose drastically, that's 3 stages. Just so you know, the X attack and X special attack, the items which can only be used in battle, can be used to sharply boost those respective stats. Oh my, is that a bell? I suppose that's all for now. What a shame. Today's lesson was a little difficult, so be sure to review what you learned in order to stay sharp. I'll see you all again next class. It's an interesting way for Game Freak to try and actually get some of this info into the games, to be honest. A bit dry, but hey, at least it's here. Explain. I mean, I like the personality of the teachers, so I think it works out personally. But I'm, again, really glad that it's here in a sort of interactive form. Because all of this stuff is just things we've known for years. Due to a combination of trial and error and data mining and, you know, reading guidebooks and the like. The amount of this kind of in-depth information on how Pokemon mechanics works has never been this deep in game before. It's at a point where I'm starting to wonder if Miss Time might get into EVs and IVs at some point. That would be absolutely awesome. Hello everyone, let's have a fun class today. Did you make sure to review the last class material in order to stay sharp? I know it was a little difficult with all that talk of multiplication, the percentages and the like, but today we'll be talking about percentages again to learn about probability. That may sound like we're going to have another difficult class, but did you know that all of you already deal with probability on a regular basis? Pokemon moves generally have a property called accuracy, which determines the probability that they will hit. The accuracy of tackle is 100, or 100%. So if you were to use tackle 100 times, you could expect to hit all 100 times. Tell that to Red and Blue and their 256 glitch. The move Hypnosis, which puts opponents to sleep, has an accuracy of 60, or 60%. That means you could expect to hit 60 times in 100 uses. To put that another way, out of 100 uses, you could expect it to miss 40 times. Many of the truly powerful moves often tend to have lower accuracy. So when you're deciding whether to go slow and steady with moves that are sure to hit, or hard and fast with stronger moves but less accurate, you're already studying probability. Let me see here. Perhaps Surf or and Hydro Pump would be good examples for this discussion. Surf has a power of 90, its accuracy is 100. Meaning you can expect to hit every time. Hydro Pump's accuracy is only 80, but when it hits, its power is 110. So between Surf and Hydro Pump, which move would you want to use yourself? Depends. Oh my, I see you're always considering various possibilities, Vox. I may have made it sound like there was a correct answer here, but there's not. You're free to use any moves you wish. Factors like PP or number of target hits may make some moves more suited to certain situations. However, trading accuracy for power or vice versa is purely a matter of preference. This Surf vs Hydro Pump debate has been ongoing for quite some time. Personally, I'm more invested in debating the rock types, moves Rock Slide and Stone Edge. Let me tell you, I could get really worked up talking about those moves, but oh my, there's the bell, what a shame. Next class will be the last of our time together, so show up 100% ready to go. Nah, I'm good. I really like the classes. I hope I'm not boring my audience though. As I said, I like the personality of the teachers. So yeah. Let's get some history done. Please, my little students, whatever you did yesterday, it is now part of history. Today, we will continue to unravel the marvels that history has presented to us. Yay, double classes! I'm also taking them on my casual playthrough. As you should remember from our last class, Area Zero's great era of exploration began about 2,000 years ago. This era lasted for approximately 1,000 years, but not a single soul was able to venture all the way to the deepest reaches of Area Zero. Having poured much of its human and financial resources into the exploration of Area Zero for so long, the Paldean Empire fell into decline. 200 years later, or 800 years ago, the Empire and its surrounding nations united into one entity. This was the formation of the Paldea as we know it today. Ah yes, this very academy where you now filling your young minds with knowledge was also apparently established at that time. In fact, the school building, though certainly having undergone repairs through the years, is just as it was when it was built so long ago. This very structure is a piece of history. Ah, things of old are truly splendid. I would certainly prefer it not to have Pokeball portion, though a relatively new addition. I certainly prefer to not have the Pokeball portion, though a relatively new addition. Oh, you first noticed him now? He's been in the background of all of her history classes. I really like that. Perfect timing to make eye contact, young Vox. Let's see if you've been listening to my lecture. Tell me approximately how many years ago was this academy of ours established? 700 years? Incorrect, you're missing 100 years of splendid history. This academy was constructed exactly 805 years ago to be precise. In other words, your academy here is 805 years old. At the time it offered a state-of-the-art facilities and a unique and innovative curriculum. As such, people used to say, those seeking knowledge need to look no further than the oranges of Paldea. That's right, they were referring to Naranja Academy. It is said that this proverb of sorts was even used outside of the Paldea region. Oh, is that the time already? I must have gotten sweat on filling your minds with knowledge. This ends today's lessons. Our next class will be our midterm exam. Bring the wonders of history to the forefront of your mind's preparation. That would have been hilarious if that was the case. Black history, Miss Ryford? Yes. Subiendo Tari. Please, my little students, it is time for our midterm examination. Summon your historical knowledge from the dark recesses of your minds and answer the questions. What is the name of the geographical formation in the center of the Paldea region? The Great Crater of Paldea. What was long believed to rest in the depths of Area Zero? A treasure? How many years ago did a Paldean Empire begin this rule? 2,000 years ago? How many years ago was the academy built? 805. Those seeking need look no further than the oranges Paldea. Knowledge. Your time is up. Put your writing utensils down. The last question was freebie. Even the least capable of you surely padded your score there. I sincerely hope you did anyway. So ends our midterms examination. You may ask for your scores at the school's front desk. Okay. 5 out of 5 questions correctly. Awesome. Getting XP candy for it is also kind of nice. At this rate, classes might be might be the rest of the stream. I'm sorry. Or at least the rest of the stream before dinner break. Please, my little students, whatever you did yesterday, it is now part of history. I was hoping to continue unraveling the marvels that history has presented to us today. However, I imagine your ability to concentrate has been spectacularly derailed by my midterms. I suppose changing things up for fun and variety may be a good idea every now and then. So allow me to tell you an old fairy tale that has been passed down in Paldea for generations. Once upon a time, there was a king who very much enjoyed collecting treasure. He was particularly fond of treasures from other countries. One day a merchant from the east heard rumors of this king and came to meet him. The merchant laid out 4 treasures in front of a treasure-loving king. The 4 treasures were as follows: a vessel, a sword, a set of tables, and a set of beads. Seeing such rarities before him, the king leaped for joy. He showered the merchant with gold coins and claimed all 4 treasures for himself. Aha, perfect time to make eye contact, young Vox. Answer me this. I said that one of the treasures was a set of tables. What do you think these tables were? Correct. Your daily pursuit of knowledge serves you well. These particular tables were wooden and used as a writing medium in the East in ancient times. As you may know, they fell out of popular use as paper became more universally available. For the king to consider these paper substitute treasures, they must have been superb quality. That, or perhaps they had some amazing profound teachings written on them. So the king obtained these 4 treasures, and on that very night, it is said that a terrible disaster stained down upon his castle, reducing it to rubble by dawn. Oh, is that the time already? I wasn't done with my story, but alas, so ends today's lesson. If you're interested in how the story ends, you may come see me outside the class hours. That's interesting. Okay, final lesson by Ryford. Greetings, my little students. Whatever you did yesterday, it is now part of history. Today we will continue to unravel the marvels that history has presented to us. I trust that you all remember our lesson before the midterm exam concerning the Great Crater of Paldea and its interior Area 0. This mysterious crater captured the imaginations of many, including the former Paldean Emperor. 200 years ago, a group of explorers claimed to have finally reached its steps. The name of the team that achieved this great feat was the Area 0 expedition. The team is said to have been made up of Paldea's best and brightest. Skilled battlers, brilliant researchers, talented individuals of all kinds. Among the list of team members was the name of a man who was author and a brilliant natural historian, Heath. After returning for the expedition to Area 0, he used his literary talent to record the events of the expedition and publish them. Aha, perfect time to make eye contact, young Vox. Let's see if you were paying attention. What was the name of the team that first made it to the deepest reaches of the Great Crater? Correct, to pick up on the and remember a term I simply slipped into the flow of the lecture. You really are quite the clever one. The correct name for this team was the Area 0 expedition. The record of the activities written by the expedition member Heath can be found in bookstores and the like even today. This record is known as the Scarlet book. At the time, the entire region of Paldea was absolutely buzzing about Area 0. The Scarlet book was so popular that practically everyone had a copy. However, the book itself was full of fantastical descriptions and illustrations of things that could never be thought of as real. The masses began to call Heath a liar. Even the truth of the expedition making it to the bottom of the crater was called into question. The Scarlet book was condemned to the shelves of used bookstores as just another book of wild paranormal stories. There's a copy on one of the bookshelves on the ground floor of the entrance hall. Feel free to have a read if you are interested. Oh, is that the time already? I must have gotten swept up filling your minds with knowledge. This ends today's lesson. We will unravel more of history's enigmas together next time. I'm gonna save now just in case something crashes, because this was a lot of lessons to go through. I don't think we're halfway through, but we're getting there. Languages. Salvatore. Class will begin soon, don't be tardy. these are the ones we got around the grass gym. I didn't pay attention when the other ones were added, but yeah.
My dear students, how are you all today? Feeling good, I hope. Je m'appelle Salvatore. My name is Salvatore. Merci beaucoup. That is, thank you very much for your attention here in my class. I'm so heroics are happy for this chance to re-experience my younger days with you all. So there's gonna be a lot of mispronunciation going with Salvatore specifically, and I'm sorry. Do you know what Salvatore means? It means savior, so just imagine I'm here to save you. From spooky new languages. Funny, no? That's right, my class will teach you about various languages from different regions. You may say good morning or hello as a greeting, but people from elsewhere may say bonjour or salute. I've heard there's even a popular streamer out there who smashes several languages together and says hello, hello, hola, ciao, and bonjour. There are so many regions out there in our world, and each can have their own unique language. Gracias, merci, si, si, arigato, danke. These all have the same meaning. Can you guess what it is? I actually know which languages this is. Gracias is Spanish. Merci is French. Si is Mandarin. Arigato is Japanese, or Nihongo. And danke is German. Woo! This is actually a problem I have with Salvatore's lesson specifically. He teaches you a lot of different language synonyms, but he doesn't teach you which languages they are from, which makes it absolutely useless and contextless. Which makes it contextless and useless information. His classes are easily the worst, and it's not because he's well, he is a bad teacher because he doesn't provide context, but it's because of the way he's written. Because there's a lot of these things would be very practical to know. Like, for instance, knowing how to say thank you in many languages can prove vital in traveling abroad, for like vacations or even boarding school or whatever. You can get very far with just hello, thank you, goodbye, and that's delicious. He says that in this class at some point, but the fact that he doesn't, give any context is awful. Yeah, CC is pronounced CC. But yeah, if you don't know how to pronounce it, that's also pretty much useless. Like, if you don't pronounce arigato or danke or merci correctly, you might be misunderstood in the local culture that you're trying to say thank you in. So yeah, I think it's frustrating because there's so much potential for this to actually be a learning tool in a Pokemon game. That would be so cool, but it's not really useful. There is in Chinese, or not Chinese, in Mandarin, it's one of those languages that has pitch-based words. So what you're saying, sometimes what the word you're saying means might sometimes depend on the pitch of how you pronounce it. I do not know how to do the correct pitch for CC, but regardless of pitch, it is still CC. I heard it used many times, and that's because I used to work at a Chinese restaurant, and the owner and the chefs were all natively from China, and they spoke Mandarin. So I had a lot of opportunities to learn a little bit here and there. Not enough that I could last a conversation of any sort. It's more like the practical stuff like ni hao, CC, stuff like that. But yeah. Can you guess what it is? It's thank you. Oh, Vox, was it? Brava! That's correct. And speaking of, is important in language learning too. Gracias, merci, si, si. These words all mean thank you. I guess some of you probably knew at least one of those.
You can actually say like in like you might say that I'm pronouncing CC incorrectly because I'm not doing the pitch right, but I'm pretty sure I'm correcting it approximately. I'm pronouncing it approximately correctly, not accounting for the pitch thing. It's also why languages, people who grow up with Mandarin as the main language, are more likely to have perfect pitch because the language is more phonetic than English, for instance. There are a lot of phonetic languages, and some of them are more rhythmic than others. There is especially some African languages that are very phonetic. That that means that the people there needs to listen very carefully for stuff like pitch and rhythm and stuff like that, which again means that their children are more likely to develop a really strong ear for these kinds of things. This is also why music for these cultures can be absolutely fantastic, because they not to say that we in the West and in Europe, for instance, don't have great music, but when the musicians of your country has an advantage from basically birth, because they are exposed to languages that are more musical in execution in the first place, it results in very interesting and very great music. And I'd say, like, culturally speaking, if you want to learn about music and music culture and stuff like that, listening to a bunch of different music from different places in the world can be very interesting. I would agree with you when it comes to a lot of very particular corporate produced pop music. I would agree, but we have a lot of really great musical numbers, for instance, that are very fantastic. We have some great rock and some pretty nice metal. Germany also has a lot of great metal, if I remember correctly. So it's not like we don't have good music here. So yeah. And I think the issue with corporate made music probably persists across languages, I would imagine. Like things where you try to find the bare minimum of what will make for a catchy tune, so people can easily remember it, hear it over and over again, and basically get attached to it out of the sheer exposure of it, rather than the uniqueness and the what is called particular combination of instruments and rhythms and what's called for some reason I can't remember what it's called right now, but there's also like stuff like cadence and stuff that affects how music feels and sounds. But yeah. That's a good point, but there is a lot of good popular music that isn't pop music. And there's also some good pop music numbers that aren't corporately and soullessly created. There are exceptions to everything, but yeah. Thank you, I guess some of you probably knew at least one of those. Despite meaning the same thing, the lengths and sounds are all different. Isn't that interesting? And now, apropos of nothing, let me give you all of my wise words of advice. When you travel abroad, you should try to speak the local language as much as you can, even if you can't speak it very well. Yeah, we digress. I'm very fascinated by stuff like culture and languages, and music and stuff like that. So it's like, it's very easy to get caught up in all of this. But yeah, so as of the symbols that you see that goes over, I think it's mostly vowels in Chinese. Those are usually pitch indicators. And I don't know how to read the pitch indicators. So yeah, I'm sure willingness to try will make the people you meet heroes very happy. Honestly, from my experience, just being able to say hello, delicious, and thank you in the local language will get you pretty far. For everything else, just pretend you're Mr. Mime and gesture away. I also say that I'm sorry is also really, really good to know in the language in question. Oh, there's that pesky bell. I guess that's all the time we have for today. Well, adios, matane, a la prochaine. See you later, everyone. That might be the case, but it's hard to say when you don't know all languages. But I know that in Mandarin specifically, it's a pitch indicator. My dear friends, how are you all today? Feeling absolutely fantastic, I hope. It's time for Mr. Salvatore's language lesson. Is that êtes-vous prêt? Are you ready, everyone? You can answer with yes or oui. Oui. This is super. In our last class, I believe I taught you all how to say thank you in other languages, right? In le cours d'aujourd'hui, today's class we will learn about a certain word sure to make people happy when you use it in your travels abroad. What word, you ask? Well, you'll have to guess. Delicious, auchi, bueno. Can anyone tell me what these words mean? Delicious? Wow, correct. C'est super. I knew I could count on you, Vox. Delicious, auchi, bueno. All these words mean delicious. Using the local word for delicious at markets or restaurants is sure to get a big sourire, a smile. That is from whoever you're talking to. It'll make communication go more smoothly, I guarantee it. People love it when someone says the cuisine of their homeland is delicious. Who wouldn't be happy to receive such a compliment? And now, apropos of nothing, let me give you all of one of my wise words of advice. The first step to smooth communication is to compliment the person you're talking to. After all, it's not very likely that a compliment would put someone in a bad mood. This doesn't only apply to people in other regions either. It's the same for all of you too. You can put this tip to use with your classmates. How about you all try complimenting each other after class? I bet it will make for an ambience plus sympathetic, a more friendly atmosphere. That's all for today. See you all au prochain course next lesson. That is adios, matane. I do like Mr. Salvatore. I just wish he was better at teaching. It's also like he teaches languages in general. Like that sounds like one heck of a wild class. Wouldn't it be better if he was teaching like a specific language? I don't know, like Spanish. Spanish would be a really, really good thing to teach in this particular game because of the setting and stuff like that. That would be cool. Imagine if they did that for every Pokemon region. They gave you a little bit of introductory course in the language of the region, of the culture that the region is based on. So Spanish for this game, French for Carlos, British English for Galar, or as we like to call it here in Europe, proper English. I mean, that would be really cool, wouldn't it? That is true, you can only be so good at teaching when instructed by Game Freak. My dear friends, how are you all today? You certainly look fantastic. It's time for another one of Salvatore's language lesson. It is vous prêt? Are you ready? It is vous prêt? Are you ready? Oui. C'est bien. Very good. My lessons are not a one-way street. No, no. I enter test when no one speaks up. Very sad, that is. In our last class, I believe I taught you all how to say delicious in other languages, right? Also, Mr. Salvatore is very, very impressive. Like, it seems like he knows around 5 different languages fluidly. That's impressive. He must be like a scholar in language. Otherwise, you don't get to know that many languages. There's like 3 or 4 types of people who learn other languages. There's the one that know one other language because it's practical for international purposes. Typically that would mean that they have their native tongue in English. there are those that love languages and wants to learn about them, but only manages to know like a little bit of everything, but isn't fluent in anything. Hi. And then there's like these guys, the professors that are just fluent in like 4 or 5 languages, and it's like absolutely bonkers. Fair enough, but then that has to be like his that has to be like one of his main hobbies then. Otherwise, you're like, the time you need to spend to learn a language is a lot. But yeah, there's also like people in Denmark, where we're from, are more likely to know more languages because we are taught, aside from our native language, we are taught up to 5 other languages in school, and that's before we go to like gymnasium and to college, or well, as university as we call it here. And with that I mean we tend to learn our native language, English, German and or French, depending on the school and where you are. And then you learn a little bit of Norse and Swedish. That's 5 languages right there. When you do go to gymnasium, there's a lot of people who ends up picking up Spanish as well, which would be a 6th language. A part of me regrets not spending more time learning German, French and Spanish while I was in school. Well, but I did spend the time that I was supposed to learn those languages on Latin and Japanese instead. So I guess I also know quite a few languages. Yeah, the other Nordic languages also. But yeah, these are like the languages that are commonly known in Denmark. We like to speak a lot of tongues here because it's practical for international users. And also I feel very I feel very sad for cultures where the common consensus is, we don't want to learn other languages because we have the perfect language and you need to speak our language here because yeah. I know that is not like that is like a little bit of whiny take on it, but I feel sad for languages where that's like the common consensus. We have our language, we only want to do our language, and then be stubborn about it. Like, you can learn so many things by just figuring out how different people speak. There's also like for instance, very fascinating stuff is that Japanese people, for instance, rarely use third-person pronouns. For those of you who don't know what a pronoun is a replacement word that you use instead of a person's name. For instance, they, you, I, she, her. They're all pronouns. In Japanese, they don't really use third-person pronouns. They often, if they have to refer to someone, they refer to them by name, but otherwise they usually just speak with context clues. They do have third-person pronouns for him and her, but when they are in use, they're usually used about significant others, because usually when someone says refers to someone by gender like that and not their name, it means that they are very, very close. So it has ended up being a word that both functions as a third person male and female pronouns, but also is like a word for girlfriend and boyfriend, funnily enough. Also fascinating, since they don't use third person pronouns a lot, they also don't use first person pronouns a lot either, but they use these more frequently than third person pronouns. And where we in the West have like me and I, which are used in different grammatical situations, in Japan they have watashi, atashi, ore, boku. All of these means me, I. It's a self pronoun that refers to oneself, and these pronouns have wildly different implications. While they all just mean I, for instance, saying watashi is very formal. and respectful. Saying Boku is more boyish. Yes, I want to take over for Mr. Salvatore. Boku is more boyish and is considered a masculine pronoun, although it's not exclusively used by men. Some women use it, often women who are a little bit, or girls who wants to be a little bit quirky, or women who wants to or women with a very feminism-like ideology, who wants to be equal to men, so they also like use masculine pronoun Boku. So it's not really an indicator of gender the same way masculine and feminine pronouns would be in the West, interestingly enough. And ore would be like the opposite of watashi. It's very, very rude. And I actually remember that my Japanese teacher once said to a student who used the word ore, he said, "You might as well have said fuck you to me." And that was like an amazing moment, because that's like, okay, that's a little bit of an exaggeration, but ore is very, very freaking rude. Do not use it. And arashi is more feminine, where Boku is more masculine, arashi is more feminine. So that's like very, very fascinating, like how language can be so different. Like it's like, they're also like, have you ever heard of the word class particle? Yeah, they don't exist in English. Particles are like indicators of subject. For instance, if you ever heard what's called the phrase konnichiwa, which means hello in Japanese. In fact, it's actually konichi that means hello. Wa is a particle that indicates the subject. It says this is what we're talking about, essentially. So whatever came before wa is what we're talking about. So if you say konnichiwa, you're saying we're talking about hello, because hello is important to the sentence. Konnichiwa. That's weird. We don't have that in English. And similarly, like for instance, let's see. Let's say the sentence. Watashi wa Tokyo ni ikimasu. This means I am going to Tokyo. Watashi, as we know, means me. Normally, Japanese people don't use first name pronouns because they're context sensitive. Instead, they would say Tokyo ni ikimasu instead, because referring to yourself like that, like from the context, they feel like you don't need to say it, and if you do say it, they will start thinking, are you very, very self-absorbed since you need to mention yourself all the time? So it's kind of rude to keep saying watashi wa, watashi wa, watashi wa. But for the sake of this teaching moment, let me say it like this: Watashi wa Tokyo ni ikimasu. I am going to Tokyo. So watashi is I, wa is it's about me. Tokyo, that's Tokyo. The city, their capital essentially. Ni is also a particle that marks location. So it says it's about me. Location, where am I? Ni. Tokyo. I am Tokyo. What about that? And then ikimasu, which means to go to. Which essentially says it all. I am going to Tokyo. Interestingly, ikimasu is actually I don't remember what that's called in English. We call it bøjninger in Danish, but not sure what it's called in English. When you take a word and you change it ever so slightly for a different context, like tree, trees, or like past and present tense, for instance. Walked, walking. That's like what I'm talking about. But when it comes to Japanese, ikimasu can be changed into ikimasen, which means to not walk. So instead of changing words depending on past and present tense, they do the thing where they can change the words whether or not they are affirmative or not. yeah, it makes it easy to directly translate knowing that. Hello there, WXO. Nice to meet you. Sorry about this long digression. I love language. And I spend a lot of time studying Japanese, so... In the course, today's class, we will learn about a very special phrase that you can put to use when the time is just right. Shiteiru. Jid aime te amo. Iglibidik. Does anyone know what these phrases mean? Actually, it's because I'm reading it phonically out loud. But actually, the first here is Japanese and it's pronounced aisteiru, and it means it means love, to love. I love you, I guess, would be the best way to translate it. Fantastic, Vox. Correct. You deserve a medal d'or or gold medal. The team currently is just my starter, cause I'm in the academy area. My version of the challenge requires me to only use Pokemon that are local, so I need to catch new Pokemon before each what is called gym and crew and whatever not. So I'm gonna go out and catch more Pokemon once I'm done with all these lessons, but I have a lot of lessons to go through. De amo, iklibdik. These three phrases you may know, I think. Why? Because they're all quite famous ways to say I love you. Oh my, have I embarrassed you all, my friends? What timid is little garcons it fills, shy boys and girls that is. It's so very important to express your feelings about things to others, you know. This is especially true for positive emotions. If you get married someday and argue with your spouse over some silly little thing, all you have to do is apologize and say, I love you. It would have been, and all will be well, that is. I should know why just last week I had a big argument with my femme, my dear wife, that is. But I was quick to say I'm sorry and all was well. And now, apropos of nothing, let me give you all one of my wise words of advice. It's best to be quick to apologize when you have an argument with someone. That goes for your families, friends, and your crushes. I know you can do it. I believe in you. Our Procane course, our next class will be the midterm exam. Be sure to review what we learned in all our lessons so far. Adios, matane. I think that's cool and it's fun, and it lets me use a lot of different Pokemon. I also have a rule that says that I'm not allowed duplicates. So because I used Breloom in my last gym battle, I'm not allowed to use Breloom again. But yeah, you can see Harmonia here, my starter, is all I have on me right now. Because I am far away from where I last did a gym battle. So none of the Pokemon I had was local enough that I'm allowed to use them here. But yeah, I'm just taking classes right now and digressing into long speeches about language because I'm a nerd. Ajorui. Today we take our midterm exams. Detend this rule. Relax, that is, and do your best. It is Wupe. Are you ready? Let's begin. Gracias, arigato, merci, and Cici all share the same meaning. What is it? Thank you. Which of the following means delicious? Delicious. Which of these phrases doesn't belong? You sleep did I met te amo. Time to eat? When speaking with a person, what is the first step to smooth communication? Compliment? What is your beloved teacher's name? Salvatore. C'est fini. Time is up. Possess vos stylus. Put down your pens, that is. I hope that was easy enough for you, especially the near question, the last one. I'm sure you all did great. Bravo, my friends. You can check your scores at the school front desk. So let's see here. Did we get 5 out of 5 again? Yes! Awesome. Another language class. Woo! Yeah, I had a feeling it might be the rest of the stream. I'm so sorry about that, guys. Oh well, the rest of the stream before the break, I mean. And yeah, A+. I'm glad I did well on the language test of all things. How did you like the midterm exam? You all did really great. We're halfway there, and now time for another lesson. It's a player. Are you ready? Yes. Tres bon response. Great answer, merci my friends. I knew I could count on you stars. I clicked too fast, I wanted to say we. Leading up to the midterm, we learned all sorts of words from different regions. Starting today though, I'll be throwing a curveball for we begin listening comprehension. Vas you go. Go for it, my assistant. Pikachu. Pikachu. As you just heard, Pokemon can also use words to communicate. It's not always easy for us to understand them, but their words have meaning, just as ours do. Pokemon can use language to share all kinds of information with each other, like the location of food or whether there may be predators nearby. The same Pokemon's cry may sound different depending on what it wants to say. I'm sure you're all curious, so Ajunui today, that is, let's learn some Pokemon language. Jiten Pri, if you would be so kind, Pikachu. Pika! What emotion do you suppose Pikachu was trying to convey just now? Sorry, Vox, that's not right. Pokemon language is hard, isn't it? When Pikachu says Pika, it's using its angry voice. That's right, I had my little Pikachu friend here pretend to be angry for us. Don't you think he did a great job? Give Pikachu a round of applause, everyone. The same Pokemon can even communicate its feelings in many different ways. Their voices change depending on their mood and physical condition. Try listening more carefully to Pokemon, you might gain a deeper understanding of them. That having been said, Pokemon are quite mysterious creatures. Some actually don't communicate with words at all, but instead use things like electromagnetic or ultrasonic waves. Some even use telepathy. And now, apropos of nothing, let me give you all one of my wise words of advice. If you poke a Pokemon too many times while watching them during picnics, they'll get mad at you like Pikachu just demonstrated. I was supposed to listen to the cry? Oh, my bad. Well, adios, matane, a la procaine. See you later, everyone. I still like Salvatore. My dear friends, how are you all today? I hope you are doing marvelously. Well, it's time for another Salvatore language lesson. S'il vous plaît, are you ready? Oui. Ah, okay. I also don't think there's anything wrong with getting a few things wrong in here. Especially when he's asking me about Pikachu language. That's not a real language. I would expect no less from my excellent friends. Even your replies to my questions are excellent. Who? Today we will once again be focusing on listening. Where's he go for it, my assistant Pikachu? As you may remember from our last class, the same Pokemon cries may sound different, depending on what it wants to say. Hui today, that is, we will be learning more about the language used by Pikachu. Jiten Pierre, if you would be so kind, Pikachu. That sounds a little bleak, doesn't it? Its voice seemed a little lower pitched too. What emotion do you suppose Pikachu was trying to convey just now? Sadness? Ding ding ding, that's right, Vox. Fantastique. When Pikachu says, Pika! It's expressing sadness, kind of makes you want to cry, doesn't it? That's right, I had my little Pikachu cry as if it was crying. Funny joke, right? Don't you think it did a great job? Give Pikachu a round of applause, everyone. And now, apropos of nothing, let me give you all one of my wise words of advice. If you hear one of your Pokemon making sad noises like this one, you should treat them with even more kindness than usual. Well, you probably already knew that though. A piece of cake for you all, I'm sure. Of course, this goes for your classmates and others as well. Friends should support each other in times of sadness. I truly hope that you all can have smiles on your faces all the time, my friends. Our Pokémon Core next lesson, that is, will be our final lesson together. I hope you're ready for the climatic finale. Adios, matane. Climactic finale. I'm reading his dialogue a lot more phonetically than anything else, because I just know that a lot of the things he says are not words I'm gonna know or understand. But yeah. Well, one last class before we go on break. Let's do some battle studies with Miss Dendra. I'm glad it feels like we're more than halfway through now. So, that's good. We'll be wrapping this up quickly when we return after dinner break. Another day, another round of battle study. Us! Let's get right to it. Last time we learned about Terra raid battles. Did any of you have a chance to try them out? Terra Pokemon are super strong, and the more difficult ones will use an even tougher tactic that you need to deal with. I'm talking about the Terra Shield. What happens while a Pokemon has its Terra Shield up, you ask? Well, it'll take way less damage for one. It has a big effect on morale too. When trainers see the shield go up, they feel doomed, like there's no way to win the battle. So here's a question for you. If the Pokemon you're battling puts up a Terra Shield, what should you do? That's right, you're a regular Terra Raid Battle Master, aren't you, new kid? Regular attacks don't work so well against Pokemon that have the Terra Shield up, but having your Pokemon terrestrialize is an effective method to overcome that issue. A terrestrialized Pokemon will do more damage to shielded Pokemon, especially if it uses moves that match its Terra type. Dealing enough damage to the Pokemon with its Terra Shield up can destroy the shield and break the Pokemon's stance. This means that it's important to properly time your terrestrializing in Terra Raid battles. In conclusion, as they say, fight fire with fire and Terra Pokemon with Terra Pokemon. Be sure to work together with your teammates to smash through your opponent's Terra Shield. Yeah, call your parents, that was kinda funny. Oh, Nimona is here. Oh man, I was just about to suggest we do some hands-on practice to really drive the point home. But I guess we're out of time once again. Next class will be our midterm exam, aim for a perfect score. Us! Us! So yeah, yeah, I really like the intro too. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the stream so far. We'll be back at 7 PM CET. And for anyone who's interested, my new Discord server is linked down below. You can come join and hang out with me, and Maddie is in it too. She's the mod. So yeah, on that I guess I will be spawning out for now. Bye!